Climate change continues to be touted as among one of the most pressing challenges facing the world today. Experts on climate change are here in the country on a 3-day conference to find solutions to combat it. Here's Carla.
For years now, scientists have highlighted the causes of climate change. And once again, it's being noted by Chairperson for the National Commission of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, the Honorable Theresa Moxey-Ingraham.
The use of fossil fuels, particularly by the larger industrialized and manufacturing nations, results in the release of billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Science has also proven that this blanket of carbon dioxide, which is over us all, is trapping the heat of the sun within our Earth's atmosphere and causing severe land and sea temperature rising.
Day by day, month after month, the varying problems are being experienced the world over.
Ice at the North and the South Pole is melting and breaking off. The glaciers and the permafrost are melting, and we are experiencing an increase in severe hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons. Across the globe, drought, wildfire, and flooding are also increasing, and severely so. Socially, both marine and agricultural food supplies are being affected, and that is also causing that accompanied by unrest, by armed conflict, is causing mass displacement of peoples around the globe.
For these reasons, experts are convinced and advise of the value of working together to educate the people of ways to further reduce environmental threats and see education as the key. Dr. Davidson Hepburn is president of the General Conference of UNESCO.
Adaptation to climate change requires individuals to be aware of potential changes in the climate and to understand the implications for their lives. It requires them to assess the risks such changes hold for their identity and future, and to take informed discussions on how to adapt their livelihoods, homes, and communities.
As Minister of Education, Desmond Bannister has pledged to do his part once the recommendations are made.
I do wish to state my own anxiety and to appeal to you to move post-haste with establishing a foundation where education can be the means of informing our students, our teachers, and ultimately all of society of the serious nature and impact of climate change.
Like the other conferences prior, it's anticipated that participants will draft recommendations to advance this effort in ensuring sustainable development and education on climate change are promoted. Carla, ZNS News.
Today, the College of the Bahamas joined over 600 colleges and universities in a shared commitment to climate change. College of the Bahamas President Dr. Betsy Bowes signed an agreement with UNESCO. Bowes feels the benefit of a shared belief will minimize global warming emissions.
The 650 signatories to this document believe that by integrating sustainability into the curriculum, an institution puts itself in the position to better serve our students, to meet our social mandate, and to help create a thriving, ethical, and civil society. These are beliefs and goals that we at the College of the Bahamas strongly endorse and commit to, building on ways that will have enduring impact for the college and the wider Bahamas.
The U.S. Embassy partnering with the Bahamas in its fight against HIV and AIDS nationwide. Earlier today, the U.S. Embassy or U.S. Ambassador donated over $48,000 to 7 donations or organizations on the front line of the HIV and AIDS fight. Fern Carey tells us more about it.
With 7,000 people reportedly living with HIV/AIDS in the country, organizations that develop innovative programs that promote AIDS awareness and combat the stigma and discrimination associated with the disease are particularly important. Those organizations include the National HIV/AIDS Program, the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, the Youth Ambassadors for Positive Living, Her Majesty's Prisons, the South Eleuthera Mission, the Grand Bahama Red Rose Ball Committee, and Bahamas United Limited. Their achievements in the HIV/AIDS fight highlighted spotlighted by the U.S. Embassy this Tuesday, as they all received grants totaling over $48,000. U.S. Ambassador Nicole Avant noted that the financial investment will save more lives.
Over the last several years, through the Ambassador's Fund for HIV/AIDS Prevention and President Obama's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, which, as you've heard, is also otherwise known as PEPFAR, the U.S. Embassy has partnered with all segments of Bahamian society to help increase testing and counseling for HIV, to improve HIV/AIDS data collection, and to build capacity in delivering quality services and to raise awareness.
Bill Korn is the Regional Director for President Obama's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, or PEPFAR. He noted that community-based organizations play a pivotal role in combating HIV/AIDS.
The programs like the programs that you all support through non-governmental organizations and also some of the governmental organizations with the National AIDS Program are really the critical key players on the ground, the ones who are on the front lines addressing the issues.
This is the first time the Bahamas has benefited from the PEPFAR program, and recipients say the funds will go a long way in advancing their programs. Director of the Bahamas National HIV/AIDS Center, Dr. Perry Gomez, noted that the funds will help launch a new program.
It's a trainer of trainers in bilingual Creole English speaking individuals, and we've targeted the Creole community because as a vulnerable group, and vulnerable group is the buzzword in HIV/AIDS.
Fern, Carey, ZNS News.